secretive organization known as Anonymous, a loose-knit group of computer hackers who came to the defense of WikiLeaks and got the attention of law enforcement in the process. They are young and stealthy, and they are potential giant killers.
Anonymous hacker activists have basically got together and are exacting revenge for what they see as attacks on WikiLeaks, and they're targeting a number of corporations that have cut off their ties with WikiLeaks.
Number one story, MasterCard announced Monday it would no longer process payments to WikiLeaks. This morning, internet activists crashed its website. This afternoon, Visa.com crashed. Tonight, Twitter might be next. It suspended an Operation Payback account. The group calling itself Anonymous has been waging Operation Payback for a few months now. The group says it is dedicated to a, quote, anonymous, decentralized movement that fights against censorship and copy wrong.
What's next? What's next is all they can do is shut down the internet itself. And we see how that went for them in Egypt. And we, the people, know that when the government shuts down the internet, that's when it's time to shut down the government. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us. And now, you can expect a whole lot more.
Anonymous Group first came to public attention in January 2008. The occasion was an internal Scientology video starring Tom Cruise, which had been leaked to YouTube. The church, saying that the video was copyrighted, requested that YouTube remove it. Members of Anonymous, however, took issue with that request, and as part of what it dubbed Project Chanology, reportedly began launching distributed denial-of-service attacks against Scientology websites, blanketing church centers with prank phone calls and faxes, and doxing the church by releasing its sensitive documents into the public domain, for example via peer-to-peer networks. On January 21, 2008, the YouTube post set the template for future anonymous proclamations. The video, in this case criticizing the Church of Scientology, includes the now common anonymous sign-off, "Knowledge is free. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us." By the next month, Anonymous claimed that 7,000 people had staged protested outside of Scientology centers around the world, many of them sporting the now famous black and white Guy Fawkes mask, as worn by the protagonist of the film V for Vendetta to hide his identity. By early 2008, Anonymous, which reportedly grew out of the anarchic 4chan image board website, was already pursuing online attacks as a form of non-violent protest. By 2010, it was launching regular DDoS attacks against copyright websites. But the group really came to public prominence during its defense of WikiLeaks and its charismatic, if reportedly mercurial leader, Julian Assange. WikiLeaks, of course, came under fire from the U.S. government after the site obtained video footage from a U.S. helicopter strike in Iraq that killed 2 Reuters employees, as well as 2 children. Next, Assange began to coordinate together with major newspapers in multiple countries the release of hundreds of thousands of secret U.S. government cables beginning in December 2010. In response, Anonymous mobilized, unleashing its so-called LOIC tool, with which anyone could participate in anonymous DDoS attacks by lobbing packets at designated website. From there, meanwhile, Anonymous expanded its focus, and backed by what appear to be numerous international chapters, has tackled everything from cartels in Mexico and child pornography file-sharing sites, to takedowns of Israeli government servers and U.S.A law enforcement agencies. The fact that Anonymous doesn't have someone as leader, there are some with a more active role than others, creating video or make announcements, does not prevent them from earning daily throughout the world. The Anonymous, you will find them in internet, social networks, or even on the road, when they complain, when they come out on the streets wearing the masks of Guy Fawkes to support the right of free expression, the free movement of information. We saw them together with the movement Occupy Wall Street to complain. Actions of Anonymous attack in massive hacking attacks to defend their purpose, their rights, whatever those every time. In the latest attacks, from January 18 until today, predominantly used the LOIC and even JavaScript version of which, the help of which were denial-of-service attacks on government sites in order to throw but they had help from other teams' hackers. You want be anonymous, you are anonymous. Anonymous haven't leader. Anonymous are an idea. Anonymous can be everyone. We are anonymous, we are legion. We do not forgive, we do not forget, expect us.